大家好，我是婷婷。Welcome to TRA or Taiwan Railway Administration, your gateway for exploring Taiwan. Let's go! Let me introduce myself. I'm an Australian. I live in Kaohsiung. And my mission is to share Taiwan with the world, one place at a time, one delicious meal at a time. If you're one of my subscribers, welcome back. Even if you're new to my channel, welcome. Lovely to have you along. And if you'd like to be part of the fun, just hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell so that you know when I upload a new video. There are two train systems in Taiwan. The TRA or the Taiwan Railway Administration, which is what we're going to be talking about today, and there's also the Taiwan High Speed Rail or the THSR, and that only runs up the west coast. Which one you decide to ride is going to depend on where you're going and how fast you want to get there and how much money you are willing to spend. The differences between the two are, number one is cost. The high-speed rail is about 140% more expensive than the normal rail. So the train ticket that I bought today cost about 500 Taiwan dollars from Taichung to Kaohsiung. But if I was going to take the high-speed rail, it would be more like 800 Taiwan dollars. Number two is the time. The high-speed rail takes about 2 to 3 times faster depending on which train you're taking, but it also does stop at less stations. So that brings me to number three. Number three is your destination. The high-speed rail doesn't go as many places as the TRA. So if you're just going to go up and down the west coast, the high-speed rail is fine, but if you'd like to go to the east coast, if you'd like to go through the mountains, then the slow train of the TRA is the one you want. Now I'm here at Taichung main station at the moment. I'm not filming at Kaohsiung main station because at the moment it's under renovation. Newsflash! While I was making this video, the new MRT station at the Kaohsiung main station has opened and it's beautiful. It looks just like the plans. So this is the MRT station, not the Kaohsiung main train station, but they're right next to each other. The Kaohsiung main train station is still under renovation. I'm really excited for when that's finished because the plans for it look awesome. I just can't wait. Now there are a few ways to get a ticket. I've got my ticket here. I bought my ticket online. I think that is the most convenient way to buy a ticket. There are a few reasons why I prefer to buy a ticket online. Number one is anything that can be done in my pajamas will be done in my pajamas, so I just think it's extremely convenient. Number two is because unlike buying the ticket at the train station itself, I have time to think about which train I want to catch, where I want to stop, what time it's going to be. These are things that I might have to think quickly about in Chinese at if I'm buying the ticket at the train station. So I just prefer to use the internet for that reason. Number three is I have the best chance of getting on the train that I want. On the weekend, the TRA is full of people. They're often going home to visit their family or they're visiting friends. So getting a ticket on the weekend can be pretty tricky. I remember once I tried to book a ticket 1 week in advance for a Sunday and I actually couldn't get on the train. Number four is that buying online means I will be allocated a seat. Buying a ticket at the train station straight before you catch the train sometimes means that you might not be allocated a seat because all of the seats might already be sold out. If you have an unreserved ticket, you can sit in any seat you like, but if somebody comes along with a ticket for that seat, you have to stand up, and it might mean that you stand up for most of your journey if the train's really packed. I absolutely love Taiwan's train system. I think it's a wonderful way to see Taiwan, and I cannot believe how convenient it is for getting in between cities and even getting out to smaller places. In Australia we have a train system, but really the trains just run within the cities, and getting from city to city it's impossible. Australia is way too big for that kind of train system. There is a train that does go from West Australia to the East Coast, but pretty much no one catches it because it takes a really long time and the tickets are more expensive than a plane ticket. So this kind of convenience, being able to get through major cities in a matter of hours, is amazing, and I definitely recommend using the train system if you come to Taiwan. Now about the types of trains. It pretty much depends on how expensive your ticket is as to how nice your train will be. So the more expensive tickets on the express trains, the trains will be nice. They might even have somebody selling food and drinks on board. But basically all of the trains in Taiwan are nice. I haven't been on a horrible one yet. They're clean, the seats recline, they have enough leg room. I've always been impressed. just don't forget to buy food and drinks before your journey. Yes, you can take your own food and drinks on board. Now I have a question for you. Which mode of transport do you prefer in Taiwan and why? I've heard that there's a type of bus that has luxury seats. Have you been on it? If you have, leave a comment below. It's been great having you with me today. Thanks for joining me and I will see you next time in Taiwan. Bye! Well, I made it to Kaohsiung in just 2.5 hours. That's about the quickest you're going to make it on the TRA from Taichung to Kaohsiung. The HSR in comparison will do it in 51 minutes on the fastest train. There's one more thing I forgot to tell you. There's only squat toilets on the TRA. There's normal toilets on the high-speed rail. There's only squat toilets on the TRA. So you're in for the real Taiwan experience. I will highly recommend it. Luckily this time I only needed to do a number 1, but I just really want you to be prepared because going to a squat toilet is an interesting experience, but going to a squat toilet on a moving train is a real travel gem. Have fun! I'm going to show you now how to buy your ticket online. You need to go to railway.gov.tw and then click on the English, assuming that you want to read the site in English. Now this is where I always used to get confused because when you click around in here it's really not clear. The quickest way is to click ticket and then click here search train times and tickets, and then I actually prefer this screen which is called quick search. So I want to go from Kaohsiung to Taichung. Now you can book your tickets up to 2 weeks in advance, so you can use this website to search tickets at any time, but you won't be able to book it until 2 weeks in advance from midnight on the day 2 weeks in advance. But there is one trick. If the ticket you want is on a weekend, you can book it on the Friday 2 weeks in advance. So the ticket I want is the 26th of August and today is the 10th of August, so I can book it today. Okay, and now it's showing me all of the trains. Okay, so it's going to show me the fare in Taiwan dollars. It's going to show me the time it's going to take me to get there, what time it leaves Kaohsiung. So this is important. This is the time it leaves Kaohsiung. This is the time it arrives in Taichung. I think this train looks really great. It's only a 2.5 hour trip. This one looks good too. So I'm going to click this button here to book the ticket. So what I'm actually going to do, because I'm currently in Taiwan, I'm going to take my reservation number and I'm going to go down to the 7-Eleven or the Family Mart and I can just pay for my ticket there. Now if you are outside Taiwan and you can't pick up your ticket before the date here, you still need to pick up your ticket when you arrive in Taiwan.